Fourth hour, good morning. Good to see everybody today. I mean, obviously, I can't see you, but hopefully, you can see me. Just wanted to log on today and do shout outs from last week's journals. If you don't remember, those pictures were the girl in the window with like a notebook of some kind, and then the other picture was the cool looking, like, water city with the castles and the waterfalls. So, that picture. So I just want to read off the shout outs for those, and I do have some candy for those who did get shout outs. Obviously, you can't have it because you are not here, but I do have some candy, so I'll gladly eat that candy for you since we'd hate for it to go to waste. That would just be disrespectful, really. So, shout outs from last week's journals. We have 4 people. Those 4 people are Lucas, Aiden, Abigail, and Michaela. So you 4, very nice job on your shout-outs last week on your journals. So I'm going to read 2 of those right now so you can kind of see their work and what they did. The 2 I have chosen are Michaela and Lucas. Now, if I do ever call your name for journals and you don't want them read, just send me an email and be like, hey, Mr. Johnson, please don't read my journals. That would be fine. But for this time, I'm just going to read those 2. So Lucas and Michaela. So we're going to start with Lucas. Lucas chose the picture of the castle with the waters and all that one. Waters, that's wrong. Water, so that picture. And his is called The Adventure to Find the Lost City. So very cool sounding title. When Tip was just a boy, he always dreamed of fantastic adventures to lost cities and treasure. Now he is an adult and working a 9-to-5 job in a stuffy office, barely making enough to survive. That is, until he discovers a plan to destroy the world by using Atlantis to flood the world, only leaving people on mountains and in space alive. He sprints home, grabs some stuff, his dog Chewie, and bolts to his car. His ex got him for Christmas, and sets off to get a boat to Atlantis. As he reaches a dock that has a ferry to Atlantis, he sees a private submarine, with the same logo that was on the plans to destroy the world. In a mad dash, he thanks himself for keeping in good shape, and jumps in the water and swims into the submarine. Once he boards the submarine with Chewie, he sends her to the engine room to shut it down, while he goes to the control room to hopefully try and stop them from getting to Atlantis. As he reaches the control room, he finds a taser gun outside the door, grabs it, opens the door, tases as many people as possible. Then he gets back to cover, firing blindly into the crowd until he finally takes out enough to be able to charge in and take out the rest. Once the rest of the personnel in the command room are taken out, he initiates the self-destruct sequence, while Chewie finishes up turning off the engine and going into the room with escape vehicles. Tip and Chewie make it to safety just as the submarine explodes. After this, they go home, have dinner, and get ready for their next day. The end. So Lucas, very nice story for you this week. I have obviously candy. And, I don't know, Lucas, it seems like maybe you want a red one. So don't worry, I got you covered. So there, as you can see, is a red Haribo gummy bear. And I'll eat it for you because that'd just be wasteful if we didn't. Delicious. Very tasty. Very tasty. So good choice, Lucas. Thank you for that candy, by the way. Appreciate it. Okay, and our second one is Michaela. And Michaela had a story called Amazing Places. So Amazing Places was her story. And very well done. So we'll read Michaela's. Amazing Places. This is Paige. She is an only child who lives with her mom and dad, but they're never home, so she is by herself most of the time. Her family is very wealthy and always has been, so she never really had to worry about money because her parents would buy her anything she wanted. Paige doesn't like the fact that she and her parents have had everything handed to them because both of her grandparents were rich, so money has always just run in her family. She is 17, but she doesn't have her license because there are people who drive her places, and she practically lives by herself in the big house her parents own. Her parents never really talk to her, and she doesn't get to talk to them very much either. They don't know much about her because they don't care enough to pay attention to her. All she wants to do is move out, travel the world, and work for her own money, not her parents' money. Her parents don't know about her plans to move out tomorrow, the day she turns 18. But would they know? They don't pay attention to her. She has only been talking about it for the last 5 years. Paige plans to travel to England, France, Rome, Greece, and other parts of Europe, all places she has only seen in books. The next day at 6:05 a.m. Paige had just finished packing her suitcase when she heard someone come inside. It was her parents. She grabbed her suitcase and headed downstairs. As soon as she got down there, her parents started talking about their trip and paid no attention to her suitcase or her. She told them goodbye and headed out the door. Paige got in the car, headed to the airport, and hopped on her flight away from here. The end. So, Michaela, awesome job on your journal from last week. So I'll take a candy for you. Oh, let's see. They all look so delicious. Let's go with a green. I think you like green, right? You seem like a green person. So we'll go with green. As you can see, there's a green. And these are sour, by the way, too. Sour Haribos. So so good. It is so good. Nice choice, Michaela. Awesome. Okay, so this week you do have new journals posted. I'll post those here in just a few minutes. They are due for next Tuesday. So by Tuesday, make sure those get turned in. I'll do shout-outs again for next week. Read those off the same way. Your DOLs, you only had to do one yesterday, and then tomorrow you do the second one. So the second DOL of those 4, you do the second one tomorrow. That was the document that I sent out for yesterday's assignment. So that second one, do make sure you get that done for tomorrow. Today you have the journals. If you have any questions at all, just email me and I'll respond as soon as I can. Otherwise, let's have a good day.